Denmark unfolds like a tale told by the sea, where windswept islands greet the North Sea and Baltic tides and fields of golden grain sway beneath open skies. From the first light of dawn, fishermen in weathered boats set out from harbours along the Jutland coast, their nets cutting through glassy water while lighthouses stand sentinel on rocky promontories. The scent of salt and wild grasses drifts inland, weaving through small villages where timbered houses lean into cobblestone lanes and church spires rise against pale blue heavens to watch over quiet streets as morning awakens quietly with promise of discovery. In Copenhagen, where the rhythm of bicycles pulses through streets like lifeblood through veins, the city awakens with shimmering reflections on canals that ripple beside pastel townhouses. Morning commuters pedal past the historic Nyhavn waterfront, laughter and conversation bouncing off canal water while cafes brim with steam from fresh coffee and pastries baked to golden perfection. Castles and royal palaces stand in regal repose, their red brick walls echoing centuries of pageantry and politics. The air hums with the promise of exploration as crowds gather at open markets teeming with vibrant produce and local artisans showcasing crafted wares under sunshine. Journeying north to Aalborg, the landscape shifts into rolling farmland dotted with ancient stone churches and apple orchards heavy with fruit. Fields of barley stretch toward distant horizons where wind turbines turn in unison, whispering secrets of sustainable energy to the attentive traveler. In roadside towns, locals exchange greetings with a warmth that defies the crisp air, inviting visitors to share in traditions rooted in generations past. Farmhouses with thatched roofs glimmer beside narrow country roads, and the laughter of children echoes across meadows where grazing cattle move languidly under drifting clouds that paint ever-changing patterns of pastoral poetry. Further east lies the island of Funen, where orchards burst with apples and gardens of herbs cling to sunlit hedgerows. The air here carries a sweeter note, mingling with the scent of freshly baked rye bread offered by bakeries whose windows entice passers-by. Cyclists wander along quiet lanes bordered by leafy hedges, discovering art studios tucked into courtyards and medieval churches whose arches frame stained glass like glowing jewels. Villages sit snugly among gentle hills, each turn revealing a tapestry of color as farmers tend to fields with skill passed down through patient mentorship beneath skies brushed with amber light. Crossing the Great Belt Bridge, an engineering marvel that arcs over swirling waters, you sense Denmark's mastery of connection and innovation. The bridge links islands and hearts, uniting communities with a promise of shared horizons. Below, ferries glide between shores, their horns calling with salty resonance that blends with gull cries. On Lolland and Falster, vineyards venture into northern climes, the grapes thriving against all odds as winemakers coax flavors from soil enriched by centuries of maritime influences. The patchwork quilt of fields, hedgerows, and lanes invites contemplation beneath a sky that seems endlessly vast, echoing quiet tales of wanderers. The people of Denmark carry warmth in their greetings and thoughtful reserve in conversation that reveals depth when least expected. In bustling Odense, the birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen, stories come alive on every corner with whispers of fairy tales woven into the fabric of the city's soul. Brick pathways lead explorers past art installations and modern museums that reflect a nation unafraid to embrace both its history and its future. Families gather in parks where laughter crescendos under ancient trees and children chase dreams across lawns perfumed with blossoms that dance in breezes dipped in sunshine, framing hearts with wonder. The allure of Aarhus calls with a fusion of historic charm and vibrant street life, its university energy infusing every cafe and gallery with youthful curiosity. Walkers trace the ancient ramparts of Den Gammel by, stepping into living history where conversations with costumed interpreters bring centuries of customs to breath. Sunset spills amber light upon the waterfront as kayaks and sailboats drift in gentle currents, the silhouettes of spires punctuating the skyline like ink strokes on a painter's canvas. Culinary delights await in markets brimming with seafood plucked fresh from icy depths, served alongside rye crisp bread and artisanal cheeses under starlight. Venturing to the southern reaches, the Odense National Park greets adventurers with tidal flats that stretch into infinity, a UNESCO World Heritage wonder humming with life unseen at first glance. Here, seals bask on sun-warmed sands while flocks of migratory birds will gracefully in skies brushed with dawn's pink hues, each wing beat a testament to ancient migratory rhythms. The earth feels alive underfoot, pulsing with the energy of countless organisms thriving beneath protective dunes. Researchers and nature lovers alike tread gently, mindful of ecosystems as delicate as spider silk, reverent in the face of nature's unfurling tapestry at dusk. In the heart of Sjælland, the ancient woodlands of Gribskov whisper forgotten secrets as shafts of sunlight pierce canopy shadows to illuminate mossy floors. Walkers pause to listen to rustling leaves that speak in hushed tones of centuries tethered to oak and beech, where deer wander through thickets unseen. Nearby, royal castles rise from emerald glades, stone walls etched with stories of kings and queens who shaped destinies across this fair kingdom. Rivers wind through emerald corridors, inviting kayakers to glide through reflections of trees and sky, a silent communion with history etched in water as time softly breathes. Denmark's culinary landscape is a mosaic of flavors that mirror its abundant seas and fertile earth, where new Nordic cuisine elevates simplicity into artistry. In seaside taverns, fisherman's catch becomes a feast of herring and plaice accompanied by dill and pickled beets that sing with briny sweetness. Urban bistros transform rye bread into canvases for smoked eel and tender local herbs, while mountains of creamy potatoes rest beside grilled pork kissed by fire. Sweet pastries glisten in market windows, their flaky layers offering comfort to wanderers who pause to savor warmth infused with buttery, sugary dreams drifting on the breeze. Transportation in Denmark glides with effortless grace, from high-speed trains that whisk passengers between cities to quiet ferries that ferry souls across shimmering straits. Paths for bicycles wind through woodlands and along coastlines with elegant precision, inviting residents and visitors alike to embrace motion as part of daily life. Bridges span arms of water like threads binding disparate lands into unified tapestry, while efficient buses navigate urban grids with punctual reliability. Airports hum with international arrivals and departures, connecting this small nation to distant corners of the world, each journey a testament to Denmark's commitment to accessibility with seamless elegance. The Danish commitment to sustainable living resonates through its cities and countryside alike, where energy parks and solar arrays shimmer against emerald fields. Community gardens flourish beside housing clusters, yielding vegetables that nourish both body and spirit, tended by hands that understand the sacred rhythms of seasons. Skyscrapers and modern edifices in urban centers rise with green terraces and living walls that soften steel and glass, breathing life into metropolitan cores. Schools teach children respect for nature alongside mathematics and poetry, fostering minds that appreciate balance and beauty within the world and beyond the borders of this slender sunlit kingdom. Across Denmark's islands and peninsulas, cultural festivals burst into life with music that sweeps through plazas and parks, infusing air with melodies that bind souls in shared celebration. Folk dancers twirl beneath banners stitched with vibrant hues, their movements echoing rhythms born of harvests and hearthside tales. Artists display their works in open studios where paint and imagination converge, inviting passers-by to witness creation in motion. Night falls and lanterns rise, casting pools of golden light that mingle with starlit heavens above. The spirit of community weaves through these gatherings, a tapestry of voices and laughter that embodies Danish joie de vivre. As night deepens over Denmark's land, the glow of street lamps reflects on tranquil waters and heralds the promise of tomorrow's adventures. Travelers rest in welcoming inns where hearth fires crackle and the aroma of hearty stews fills communal halls. Fishermen mend nets beneath roofs thick with straw while youth recount tales of city lights and hidden coves discovered at dawn. Every moment lingers like a note suspended in time, urging hearts to remember this place where land and sea converse. Here in Denmark, memories etch themselves upon souls wandering through storied landscapes woven with wonder beneath cosmic skies. Thanks very much for watching this video. See you in next video. Bye.